It's a sweet moment. Oh, hey Santoro. Are you a little bit jealous that Daddy's loving on Waylon and not you? I bet you are. Come on over here and eat. Come on. How sweet is that? Oh, they made friends. You guys have made friends? Tex, it's okay to be a big softy. Oh, until I say okay. Now go eat, boy. Come on over here. Let's eat over here. Come on, you silly birds. I'm gonna feed you all in the grass. Y'all give me a moment here. I'm gonna feed everyone here in the grass. Hi, Waylon. I love the way you and Tex are getting along. Come on, buddy. Good morning, folks. Lester here. Hey, Jamie's traveling today. It is Tuesday my time, and I thought I'd just wake up this morning and show you all what a normal day around the ranch looks like when it's just me and me alone who's doing the jobs, which is be kind of fun. You know, normally Jamie and I have our own chores that we do, but when she's on the road, it's just me. So we're gonna start off this morning with feeding this little girl right here. And what she's doing right now is, believe it or not, a part of her routine. She has to beat you up before she would be willing to take a bottle. So we have her bottles marked. D1 is Danny's first bottle. R2 is Ruby's second bottle. Here's what we need right here, Ruby 1. So Jamie's been real good to mark these for me, and that helps a whole lot. And the reason she marks them is because of the certain nipples. They have certain nipples that they like. It's the weirdest thing, but anyone who's been a mom or a grandmother and you've taken care of kids at a daycare or a school, you know that kids and animals all have their own little quirky habits. And there's some things that you just can't change. And so even when the routine is thrown off, why should you really mess with their routines? So this is the way it is. Seems a little bit nitpicky for some people, but we try to keep things as routine as possible. And I've learned from experience that the closer you can stick to a routine, the better. The more consistent, y'all, the more consistent you can be with discipline, with feeding habits. I mean, anyway, we're feeding calves first. So y'all, I hope you stick around and enjoy this day with me. It's gonna be a fun one. Danny, don't miss the phone. Come take the bottle. Danny's gonna be difficult, but we'll get Ruby out of the way. Ruby 1 is done. This is Ruby 2. Ruby, don't get me all nasty. That is a problem. Get out of Lex's soccer net. See, why did you do that? Let me help you. Hold on before you hurt yourself. Hold on, baby. You're gonna hurt yourself. One at a time. One at a time. Okay. Bad idea. Bad idea. This cannot stay here. That was a bad idea. She came right through it. That could have been very dangerous. So my dad gifted this to Jamie. It's a refinished fireplace. Not a fireplace, but a pot stove, a pot oven. I don't know what you call these things, but just for now, we set it here. We're not real sure where we're going to put it eventually, but we want to make it kind of a centerpiece of patio furniture, keep it out of the weather. So today, I'm just going to kind of set it up for right here, and we're going to put a couple of chairs around it. I'm going to blow off the porch and make it kind of a nice little sitting area. I don't know if I like that look right there or not. I think it's a cute sitting area. The scenery is not great. Guys, there's not a lot of beautiful scenery here to look at. Everything is so darn dry and brown. But this is a nice spot to look at. We're sitting on the north side of the house. So, facing Jamie's greenhouse over there. But we normally keep plants all up along through here. Right now, everything's just so dry, and we haven't really spent a lot of time in the yard at all. But I think that whenever we have a better weather, we finally get grass again, this might be a nice place to sit. All right, so some things that I have to do, my friends. Listen, do not judge. If I'm going to take the time to show y'all my messes, you have to be understanding enough not to judge me because of it, okay? So all of this area I'm going to work on today. This is nice because I'm under the protective. Whoa. Okay, we need to take care of those. Hornets or wasps, but I'm going to clean all of this area, blow everything out nice. It's going to get dirty again because of those girls, but you know what? What can you do? All of this area needs to be cleaned up. We have things we've pulled out of Jamie's garden that needs to be picked up. Let me just walk you around. Just walk around with me. I want to work a little bit in the area over here. Come on, little Finnegan. We just have to do a lot of cleaning. I know what you are going to say. Well, you don't have to worry about mowing. That's for darn sure. No, you don't have to worry about mowing. But you know what I do have to worry about? Weed eating. Let me show you what I'm talking about, weed eating. So this is some spots where Jamie does water the grass, and it needs to be weed eated and cleaned up. Hoses need to be rolled up. I have a mess out here, y'all. This is a mess. I want to move those cinder blocks and put them behind the greenhouse. Move the potting soil back behind the greenhouse. The greenhouse is great. Finnegan, come on, buddy. The greenhouse is great, but we don't really spend time here. We haven't worked. We've not put up the shading yet. It's in the bag there, sitting there. That has to be that's going to require more than just one person, though. All of this stuff needs to be weed eated out of here, though, and cleaned up good. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be honest. The hotter it's gotten, the less I've wanted to work outside. This is the greenhouse. It's not tin, plastic, that has to be moved into the garage over here and put away. It's still good stuff. It can be used for replacement pieces or for additional things that we need to have done. All of this has to be opened up and at some point put together. Well, I know it's loud and noisy, but I'll just kind of show you around. I got the entire shop straightened up. When I say straightened up, guys, it's not a deep clean. I did not do a deep clean, but everything is straightened up and ready for folks to show up on this weekend. I opened all of our gifts and goodies and kind of stacked them along the table here. I did leave the notes with them all so I can see who said what, and I can recognize those people. This is some really neat stuff that I opened this morning. Look at this here. Isn't that gorgeous? And so I did leave all of the gift cards with everything, so when I can come by, and instead of actually doing the opening of the box, just kind of show you something that we were gifted. Look at this. Now, that's cute. I've run across some really neat stuff, y'all. Some really neat stuff. Lots of t-shirts to show you. And then I want to thank you for that. But I did not just stay inside the shop. I did get out into the sun a little bit and worked. This is semi-cleaned, but I can't do a whole lot now because looky here. We got a couple of sleepyheads over here. We do. We got some sleepyheads here, and I don't want to get them up. They found a nice little spot to rest right now, and I do not want to get them up and about. I don't know why I'm showing y'all what I've done to clean up. You guys are like, you clean up your homes every day, and you don't make videos about it. Hey, I will ask a question though. Why do you think this particular plant is turning yellow and that one there's not? See, I thought yellow was a lack of rain or moisture, but we in fact keep this plant underneath the awning. It gets very little sun. And so if you're saying it needs more sun, well, wait, that over there is the same kind of plant and it's doing great. You know what? I'm going to post that in a real type question so we can find out some answers immediately instead of waiting for a long video. Everything's blowing off, and you can see I kind of got a couple of ladies, don't ask a man to do a job unless you're okay with stuff like that. Seriously, do not ask a man to do a job unless you're going to be okay with stuff like that. These have to go into the ground, but it's too hot. It's too hot right now to put them in the ground, and so we're not going to put them in the ground yet, but eventually they will. And then we have a lot of things to go inside the ground, but I'll get to all that later. I did some weed eating. Everything looks great. And You can't mow, y'all. You just can't mow. I got a little bit of trash to pick up there. And then I come around back behind the greenhouse over here and did all my weed eating. And there's still things to be moved. But we'll take care of all of that. I sometimes think this might be the best gift I was ever gifted, and I'm going to show you why. All right, so I got the bricks moved over, closer to the greenhouse. They're out of the way now, they're fine. Problem is, I went to get this pallet of potting mix, and the entire pallet is rotten. And as I picked up on it, it began to fall apart on me. So now I'm gonna have to kind of put these into the bucket manually and carry them over. Look at here, this is my second pass over the same area. And I've picked up all kinds of stuff. Look at all this. Man, could you imagine the number of flat tires someone could get? Wow. This is my third pass over the exact same area. Friends, every time I walk through here, I pick up more and more things that should have never been put into the ground. Look at this. Look at all the screws, nails, pieces of metal. My God. Yeah, that's just really piss poor care of your property right there, y'all. Well, look whose car's home. And let me show you what everything looks like. I finished everything up last night. Hi, sweetie. Do you like the new sitting area? Of course she does, baby. But I got all of the potting soil moved over here and mixed in with our mulch so we can start working in this area. Now, I don't know how long it's going to stay clean and beautiful, because we do have goats and calves running around. But all this looks really nice. Felt good to be able to weed eat. This area over here, we've been trying to water a little bit to kind of keep it green and pretty, so our little yard will look nice. Everything's been done. Everything's been moved. And just in time for Jamie's arrival. So I got all the bricks moved, all the potting soil moved, all the trailers are parked where they belong. It looks good. Everything looks good. It looks as good as you can expect during a drought. I will say that much. All right, thank y'all for watching and being a part of my little adventures, cleaning adventures or yard work adventures. It's always funner and gooder when you do things with people you love and care about. And we'll see you in the next video. I just told Jamie, after all of the hard work, look over there. Sadie and Fiona, sweeties, we worked so hard over there, girls. I hate to be a jerk. I don't want to be mean. Hey, girls, I worked so hard. Sweetie, I worked so hard over here. Get out of the flower beds. I worked so hard yesterday. That is not cute. You're cute, but that's not cute what you're doing. All right, we're going to have a family discussion. Family discussion. No one goes into the flower garden. Everyone stays out of the flower garden. Even you. Little boy, don't test me. Do not test me. Little boy, do not go into flower gardens. Tell him, Stella. No one goes into the... Ruby, don't you start trying to test me. The rocks are a part of the flower garden. Everyone stays out of the flower garden. That's a rule. What are you doing now? You don't go in there and TT. Oh my gosh, you're TTing in the flower. Get over there and play. You can play around. Look, there's 20 acres. There's 20 acres to go play. There's 20 acres to go. Ruby. I warned you, Ruby. I warned you. Out of the flower garden. Finn. I call him Huck. Finn, out of the flower garden. Out of there. No one goes in the flower garden or you get sprayed. Hope y'all got it.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.